Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATLD, I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly, I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATLD, I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly, I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATLD, I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly, I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstars. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. I keep modeling, baby. ATLD, I put the spotlight on your city. Carolina, Philly, I put the spotlight on your city.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Spotlight Over the City. I'm your host, Stan Long, along with the lovely Clarence James. Guess what? We got to show you guys. Everybody, welcome to the whole sound of my voice. DMV, we love you guys. LA, Philly, Chicago. My mic broke. All of that, yeah. So guess what? I love you guys. We got an amazing show for you today. We got some amazing guests. We got amazing energy. We got a whole lot of fun. Y'all ready to rock?
Yes, indeedy. Yes,
my audience, y'all ready to rock?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. It's a thankful Thursday, you all. Go into the comments. Are you watching on our YouTube Live? Are you watching on our Facebook, Instagram, wherever you're watching the show? Make sure you go and leave us a comment about one thing that you're thankful for on this thankful Thursday. Just one. Just one. Okay?
Man, I'm thankful
so
for you.
again,
I'm thankful for family. I'm thankful for just the air we breathe. And a lot of people, you guys, are not here today that was here just yesterday. A lot of people that was here just yesterday didn't make it today. So just to be here today is a blessing. You know what? And
yes,
we're ready to
indeed.
rock out and have an amazing show just on that behalf.
Yes, we are going to have an amazing show tonight. We have got some fire in the building, right?
Okay,
like,
let's talk
and
about
I mean that. I mean that in different ways. You know, we got a lot of variation going on in the building tonight. Usually, it's ladies taking over the show, but tonight, the men are taking over the show tonight, y'all. It's the man takeover tonight.
Yeah, I'm sick of this.
Yes,
Every
indeed.
week is the women, and y'all coming in. I appreciate it. The women be rocking and they be killing it. But this week,
the men are taking over. It's like a man cave tonight, y'all. In the
so
building
we in
tonight,
the man cave.
we
got
are.
a few women in, but we in the man cave.
We are very excited and very honored to have DC mayoral candidate, comedian, actor, philanthropist, Red Grant in the building. Yes. What's up, Team Red out there? Yes, we're gonna talk about that. Team Red, you know. So yes, we're gonna talk about that later in the show. We've also got. I met this young man at an art show. I stumbled upon some black art, and I knew that my husband would love it. And I said, you should come on our show and talk about it. He's very, very talented. You all, so I want you all to welcome to the show later. Clarence James is in the building.
Man, when you guys see the artwork, man, let me tell you something. When she came home and she showed it to me, I'm into art, first of all. But when you don't even have to be into art to love this young man.
Yes.
So when you see the work that I'm talking about, you'll fall in love with the art.
I agree. I definitely agree. And closing today's show with a live performance, and this young man not just a performer. I was looking at some of his stuff. He is super smart, you all. He's on the right track in life, not just with his music. And we're going to talk. Yes, we're going to talk a lot about that as well. We have got Lil Mauuu in the building. Yes.
Be real big up in here. You hear me?
Yes,
I love our audience. I love the energy, man. We got a lit show today.
Y'all ready?
Y'all ready to lock and load?
Y'all ready for it? All right. Well, you know how we do. We love to shout out our black businesses. And If you are a black business or you know of a black business that is reputable and you would like for them to be shouted out on our show, send us an email, info@spotlightoverthecity.com. Again, our email is info@spotlightoverthecity.com, and we may feature your black business on the next show.
And also, if you would love to be a sponsor and be a part of the movement,
hello,
inboxes as well, info@spotlightoverthecity.com. Let us know what you do. Let us know. We'll send you a sponsorship deck. And then you can choose one of the really affordable packages, actually, that we have.
That's right.
We're not here to kill nobody. We're here to partner up. And that's what we've been doing for 2022 and beyond. So if you would like to do that, then inbox us and give us your information, and we'll get back to you.
All right. So one of the black businesses that we're going to feature today is called Popcorn Euphoria. Doesn't that sound amazing for the popcorn lovers out there? Like any kind of popcorn that you can think of and imagine, you can get it at Popcorn Euphoria. I am
24 flavors.
Let me tell you something. I love popcorn. Put some cheese on it, or some caramel on it, or some salt, or but whatever. I love it. So shout out to you, Popcorn Euphoria. You all can find them online, www.popcorneuphoria.com, or on.
I can't remember the name.
Or on Instagram at Popcorn Euphoria. So
Popcorn Euphoria.
They're doing some big things.
So it's a fairly new business. They're making really good strides. So I ran across this business myself personally. So I want to shout out to the ladies that was in the building. Black-owned business. We like to support black-owned business. Not that other businesses not important. It's just that we kind of started the race last. You know, we was kind of handicapped from the beginning. We started at the 10. They was at the 40. So we just kind of even the playing field up.
That's right.
That's all it is.
That's right. So shout out to you all. Keep up the great work. And this young man has a business. For those of you who want to get your houses and your businesses cleaned and disinfected from all the COVID germs, you got to get in touch with this young man, Malik. He has a business, MH Sanitation. And you can find him on Instagram. He's got some great rates going on right now. So if you need someone to come in and get your house or your business disinfected all the way good from COVID germs, please contact Malik. And the company's name is MH Sanitation. And you can find him on Instagram at MH as in Harry Sanitation. And you can also give them a call, 240-604-2497.
I love it.
I love it.
All the entrepreneurs out there, and particularly my black and brown entrepreneurs that's out there killing it. We appreciate the hard work that you put into your business. We respect your hard work in your business. So keep pushing. Don't let nothing hold you back. 2022 is the year, man. Be clear.
They're saying they can't hear me on the Instagram, but I'm gonna fix that, y'all. Hang in there.
What's going on, IG? Let me get my Facebook.
You
together.
got your ad stack.
Let me get that together. We need to get that right.
Let's talk about this. Stan has a set. You want to tell them about your set?
Oh, I'm sorry.
How ghetto is that?
Hey, I'm sorry. It's live. I'm sorry. I'm trying to get my feed together, y'all, so I can hear.
That
All
right
right.
there. Tell them about that. Your segment.
All right, Act Stack. This is one of my favorites. This is a new segment that we added, and basically it's for the fellas. The men write into me in particular and tell me about certain situations, and then I deal with it from here. So this is one of the newest segments. So here we go. I've been dating this woman for 2 years now. She told me off the top that her man was locked up and he was her son's father. She then said when he's about to come home, we have to cut off the relationship. Right? We have to cut off the relationship. I agreed, but I not only fell in love with her, but also her son, who is like my little man now. Should I cut off my ties now, or should I just let it play out and see what she does?
Interesting.
What y'all think, fellas? What y'all think? So for me, this is tricky because from the beginning, once she told you that she had a man that was locked in, and you know, she was straight up and told you, we locked in. That's my son's father, and basically when he comes home, I'm rocking. So it's we can't get too heavy, basically. Well, you got too heavy, and so you didn't listen, and you let your feelings, you know, get involved too much.
Right.
And so now it's time to slide. You have to cut ties because if not, either he gonna be going back to prison, or you gonna be going back to prison, or somebody gonna be in trouble. Because I don't think that he gonna, you know, take it lightly if you show up or you keep pressing this woman out. Because it's his woman. You was on borrowed time, so you just have to respect the fact that it was borrowed time, and you know you had fun while it lasted, but you have to kill it. You have to. You can't. I mean, and it's wild because the son's involved, but she also told you that was her dad. You know, her father, her son's father.
So they need to break up.
What you think? What you guys think? We got a mic?
I don't know because let's see. You said he's been dating her for 2 years.
So for 2 years they were dating,
and she said my man is in jail.
My man's locked up, so you know he's not holding, he ain't pressing me. But when he come home, I'm still his woman, and so I'm letting you know that. So that just was her.
Okay, well then he needs to know that's just some fun, right? That's just some fun.
And so if you take it too seriously, you gonna get hurt. And so now you already locked in, you in love with her and the son and all that, and so. If you keep going, I think that it would cause some problems. So, if you know, you guys got an opinion about it, let me know. We got a mic out there.
Anybody got an opinion
about
that?
What y'all say? Anybody got a different opinion, or you want to add to it? Anybody want to add something to it? Y'all good?
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, it's hard when feelings get involved. You know, his feelings are involved now, but he's got to do the tough thing, and he's got to sever it. To protect the rest of his feelings that are left, he needs to sever it before.
And the other thing that I see is, like I said, it could be dangerous. Like,
right.
You know, at the end of the day, because he don't know about this, you know, the dude coming home don't fully know about the situation. Like, he don't know how y'all moving and this and that. But what he knows is he coming home to his girl. Right. And so that's his girl, and you got to let it go. Like, you know, it was ball time. That's it.
Ball time, y'all. Well, baby, thank you for that. So you all, if you're a gentleman's out there, if you all want to send Stack a question, just for the guys, send him an email, info@spotlightoverthecity.com, y'all.
Let's get into it.
Okay, Name That Song is a segment where we sing a few bars of a song, and you all have to guess the name of the song and the artist. And be a winner, chicken dinner. You can't just guess the name of the song. You got to guess the song and the artist. Okay? All right?
Low. Can y'all ready? A little bit in the monitors. So turn me up in the monitors.
Yeah, Stan need to be. He said he want to be turned up.
Yeah, I'm trying to be turned today. I'm serious about it. This is one of my favorite songs. Actually,
it's one of my favorite segments, y'all.
Yeah, it's all of us. Welcome aboard. Everybody coming in on Facebook, we appreciate you guys. Everybody on IG, we appreciate you guys. Val, whoever, let me see.
Wherever you're watching the show, I saw on Instagram Live now, you can share it. So y'all can share that.
Please share the show. Make sure you guys are sharing the show. Make sure you are, first of all, everybody that's on our YouTube, that's our new feed. We're live streaming on YouTube now. Thank you for watching. We appreciate you guys a whole lot.
Yes, we do.
My B-More gang, I forgot you guys at the top of the show, but we appreciate you for rocking.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Y'all ready?
Let's get into it. Name
we
that
good?
Song, man.
We all good?
We all right?
We good? Okay.
All right, let's do it.
All right, y'all. I'm going first.
Long-ass song.
Okay, wait a minute. I'm not going to sing the whole song. I'm only going to do a few bars. Y'all ready? I got to wet my whistle. Wait.
All
right. I won't be neglected. I won't be denied the pleasure of your kisses. The pleasure of your smile, I think you take for granted that I'll always be here. And just because I love you, it doesn't mean I won't disappear. Hey, y'all know!
Hey, give it up to T-Bone.
Y'all know my song? Yes, let's do it.
They rocking. I got y'all, though. I'm on y'all. I got y'all.
Yes, good job, y'all.
All right, so we got it. That's what I'm talking about.
She with it, look.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Hey, we need a mic in the audience. That must be her song. All right,
yes.
So I know she know the song. Obviously, my audience knows
what
the
you
song,
got, baby?
But we also need to know the artist. So make sure you got the artist locked in.
Yes. What you got, baby?
Hey, this for the homies, man. You know I rock for the Brodies every time.
The voice that make them moist, y'all. Yes.
That's what they call me.
Yes, the voice that make the old ladies moist. I love it.
They call me range too, like, you know, like a rover, because I got range. Watch it. Let me show you what's happening. I don't know the song, so I got to read her. Y'all ready to rock? I say this for the G's.
Range like a rover.
Things up. My mic not right, though. Give me in the monitors. Where my monitors at?
Look.
Turn me up. Turn me up.
He's stalling.
Hey, get me right in the monitors. I can't hear myself.
Let me hear.
Hey, check. Turn me up. Things are kind of hazy.
Oh, shit.
And my head's all cloudy inside. Now I've heard talks of angels, but never thought I would have one that called mine.
I'm all yours.
Y'all, stay with me. see you.
Hey.
Wow.
Yes.
Just too good to be true.
Bum,
So,
bum, 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 bum,
and
bum.
I hope
Yeah. Well, you can't sing
this
the whole
is
song.
not some kind of mirage. With that
Yes,
Tell me what it is. Yeah, I lost my voice a little bit. Let's go.
Yes, you did a great job. Hey, everybody know the name of your song and the artist? Everybody know?
Jamie said Nita Baker.
Oh, okay.
Been so long. Jamie Ferguson. Jamie, what's
Do you
good?
have a name that song, Red? I mean, everybody talking about how he know how to sing and stuff.
Yeah, word on the street.
Word on the street.
Red can sing.
But-
We can call you out. We got an extra mic, though. You dig? We got another mic.
That's okay. When he come up here on set, I want to see. I'm going to find
Yeah,
out.
we gonna call
Oh,
him
name that song.
So we like to have fun, you guys, as you can see.
Yes, we do.
We're not the super duper singers in this.
Wait,
but
skirt.
Well, Terry knows she not. But at the end of the day, we just love to have a good time, man. That's what we're here for.
I'll be serious, though. I'm a singer. Y'all, we got to go to a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back with Spotlight News.
Yep. Spotlight over the city, baby.
Yeah, this here smell good. I'm gonna put this on. She gonna love a breakfast. Oh, that's gonna be nice. It's this right here. Put a little dab on the elbow. The elbow with them potatoes nice and shiny. This oil. Like that oil. Put that a little bit on my edge ups. Get my edge up right. Oh, this smell real good. I know she'll like this, but I'm gonna put this a little bit on my privates. What's this right here? Oh, this one smell real good. The pink Himalayan South sweet orange. And get my sandwiches and get up out of here before somebody come looking for her.
Welcome back to Spotlight over the city, man. And we got us we done got more. Hey, we packed tonight, you guys. We got a packed studio. We got a bomb audience. Thanks to all of you guys who came to rock with us, man. We're going to have a great time.
Yes, we are. We got some Spotlight News for y'all. Spotlight News is sponsored by none other than Shea Butter Like Whoa.
Hey, man.
Like whoa.
Like whoa.
Shea Butter Like
Not
Whoa.
like no, like whoa.
Like whoa. They provide gentle and natural skincare products that are 100% non-toxic. They smell amazing. The texture is amazing. It's for both men and women. And you all can use our Spotlight discount code anytime, not just this week, anytime.
Yep.
Go to
20,
www.sheaButterLikeWhoa.com right now and get you some shea butter. Valentine's Day is coming up. You need to get some from your man. When Stan put on the mango or the baby powder, he is prone to get some action. Okay?
You heard what that said? You heard her.
It sets him
I got
up
some
for
on
the
them.
alley-oop.
I got it on them.
Okay?
That's what I
You
was
do?
saying. Yeah. I got both of them on.
Oh.
Shit. I'm all full in. I'm in. Mango and what's that one?
Baby
I got
powder.
both of them. Right the hell now.
So listen, y'all, go get you some Shea Butter Like Whoa. www.sheaButterLikeWhoa.com and put in our Spotlight family code, SPOT20. You can share that with your mama, your neighbors, SPOT20, and get your discount and get you some Shea Butter Like Whoa. Get that ashiness together. I know it's cold and your skin is crackly and stuff, and get it together.
Yeah, I know now. I'm talking to the homies now. You know I rock with y'all. Now, I know some assy feet homies out here that say, I don't care, I'm G'd up and this and that. Your woman, though, don't be wanting that. She wants, when you rub on her feet and when you pull them covers with the edge of your back of your heel, it's time. Go get them done, then hit the shea butter. Don't skip the other step. Don't skip the go get it done
How
part.
you know about it so well?
What, the go get it done part?
The scraping of the covers and stuff.
Because I used to didn't get my feet done. Don't do that. But anyway. Damn.
Okay.
Sorry.
Okay. Justin, okay, we gotta keep going.
Okay,
we gotta keep going.
I
All right.
do it now. I get them done now.
Spotlight News. Meek Mill, Kevin Hart, and Michael Rubin are all donating a total of $15 million to the Philadelphia area schools, y'all. The money will allow children from underserved families to attend these schools for the 2022 and 2023 academic year. So I'm imagining they're all doing $5 million apiece. I love this. Love it.
Love.
Shout out to you all for that.
And if anybody else rich in their cities, you can help give some money to your schools and stuff.
Absolutely.
I don't know if they're going to be in there much longer, so you might want to give it to when they go home. Then what they like.
I don't know.
I like the movement, though. I like it.
This story is really, really sad. These types of stories pull on my heart a lot, you all. Over the weekend, there was we talked about a deadly fire in Philly last week. Remember, y'all? Well, in the Bronx on Sunday, a deadly fire at an apartment building took the lives of 17 people, and the youngest being only 5 years old, y'all. And they were all looking like us. They were all brown and black in that apartment building. 17 of them lost their lives tragically in a fire. And right now, Fat Joe, Peter Gunz, Jay-Z, Nas, and other celebrities are pulling together to help. And I'm very, very, very grateful to celebrities that will step in like that and help their hometown, or, you know, if they're not from the Bronx, they're from that area, and they're willing to pitch in and help out. So shout out to you all for stepping in there and helping out.
That's a big deal. And I like to emphasize it because we don't get enough accolades about what we do good. You know, the news always trying to show us, you know, we shooting and acting a fool and drilling and carrying on. But sometimes we do good stuff in the community, and this is one of those times. So shout out to the homie Joey Crack, Fat Joe.
Yep.
I love that. And definitely the other homie.
Not Meek Mill. Peter Gunz, Jay-Z, and Nas.
Peter Gunz be on the show.
Peter Gunz coming up on the show in
March.
March.
We definitely appreciate, you know, the whole situation. And prayers to the family.
This guy, baby, gets your Loser of the Year award. Paul Urhahn, a Georgia sheriff deputy for 20 years, has been suspended without pay for making a comment on his social media yesterday or day before yesterday, because I saw it and I screenshotted it myself before he took it down. And it's pertaining to the Ahmaud Arbery murder case. This sheriff, y'all, he white. He said,
he's a sheriff.
Sheriff for 20 years. This is the problem. Listen to what he said. That criminal Arbery still got the death penalty, though.
So that was his text or tweet or IG or whatever, his post.
Yeah.
That's what he posted under the... Once they got sentenced.
Yeah, once those guys got sentenced.
Once his homeboys got sentenced, then he had to express himself, right? So this is the sentiment. This is why that type of energy was allowed in that town for so long. This is why they felt the need to go and hunt down the young boy and shoot him down in cold blood. This is why they felt the need to do that kind of stuff.
Yep.
So you have a bunch of goofballs out here. You know, I try to keep my energy high and don't try to get into that too much, but this is what we have to pay attention to. We got a lot of people that's in authority that think like goofies. They racist, they goofy, they crazy, and we need to get their ass out of there at best. Mm-hmm. And then we need to deal with them on the criminal side.
I agree.
These criminals, by the way.
Yeah. So on to happier news. Maya Angelou is going to be the first black woman to ever have her face on the quarter, y'all. The little silver quarters that we be using for money and stuff. Mm-hmm. Her face is going to be on the quarter. The first black woman. So I'm excited to even talk about that.
Yeah, that's cool. Where's the start?
That's really cool. Yeah, it's a start, right? They don't talk about this much over here in America, but over there in China, see, I have an office. I work for a law firm. You all know what I do during my day job. And we have an office over in Shanghai, so I get the scoop what's going over there in another country. They have allegedly set up brutal quarantine camps for those who have been receiving. If you get a positive COVID test, they come to your house and get your ass and take you over here to these quarantine camps once you test positive.
Y'all think it's a game.
Y'all think it's a game. It's for real. That's what they doing. Look,
I promise you that we ain't.
They said more than 1,000 people were forced into these camps in the middle of the night, y'all, including kids and pregnant women. If you test positive, because they get the positive test goes into their system, they come get your ass and take you to the quarantine camp. What the hell?
So you think it's a game? So I talked to you about this like 2 years ago.
Yes, you did. You told me. You did.
Right. I'm still looking for the little homies, my little Hispanic homies that got put in these concentration camps and separated from their family. I'm still looking for them. I don't have to be Hispanic. I know that's the Brodies. And so I'm still looking. I'm still wondering what happened to them. In the meantime, it's right around the corner. They turned some Walmarts into concentration camps a long time ago and got the whole situation set up ready. And so they just keep pushing it. It's called an agenda. I don't get into it too much because this is what we get scraped for. This is what they push us back for. This is what they scrub your views for, all that kind of stuff. So I try to stay away from that. I don't even know why we put it in the news because it ain't going to change.
Yeah.
It's going to be the same. It's an agenda. And it's going to last to 2025.
I was really,
I said 2025. Just remember I told you. It's an agenda. You're going to have a whole bunch of shots and shit going on. It's not going to stop. You're going to have to get a booster for the booster's booster. You heard me? I'm just trying to tell you. So you can be goofy or you can be green if you want to, but you better wake up and understand God over government. I say God over government. God over government
That's
is how
me.
I'm rocking.
That's how I'm rocking too, baby.
They ain't even talking to me when they talking.
Yeah, but I just thought that was really, really sad to learn that they are coming and snatching people out of their homes.
Yeah, it's be gunplay.
Taking them to, right. Don't come to our home, y'all. Please don't.
Suicide.
Don't come. Don't come. All right, we got to move on. Question of the week. Woo. Question of the week, y'all.
I'm dead ass too about that.
I know you are. Don't come to our house, y'all. I live with Rambo. Question of the week. Sponsored by Umbrella Therapeutic Services. Umbrella Therapeutic Services is DC's most reliable and trusted behavioral health organization. They provide community management, community support, medication management, therapy for individuals and groups. Any DC resident ages 5 through 100 are eligible for their services. If you are 101 or above, I don't know what to tell you about your mental health.
Yeah, smoke some cannabis.
You can't. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because after you get 100, I guess if you didn't fix it,
then it's a lost cause.
It's going to be a little tough. We just pray for you.
But you can reach Umbrella at 1-888-793-4357. Again, that number is 1-888-793-4357.
And we do take mental health seriously.
Yes,
a lot of
we
things
do.
that you see going on right now is mental health. A lot of people don't realize it's mental health. But mental health is serious. In our community especially, we've been traumatic. We've had trauma for a long time. So we have a lot of mental health issues dealing with, but we don't deal with it.
We do. And
I can't. Therapeutic, shout out to West.
I can't let this out the bag, but I've got something special coming in 2022 that is tackling mental health, trauma, going from trauma to triumph. I got some. I know. I can't tell y'all yet though.
So
but
this
it's
young
coming.
lady, I can brag a little bit without letting it all the way out. She has a docu-series that's being put together that's super amazing, that's going to deal with mental health and above. So it's going to be super entertaining. It's going to be great, y'all. So I'm looking forward to that.
I'm looking forward to that
project.
Yeah, me too. So question of the week is an opportunity. We have our viewers and listeners. You all have been flooding us with, I think y'all been going through stuff through the holidays and stuff because I got so many relationship emails over the last week.
Everybody locked in together.
Everybody locked in together. But I love it. We love it.
Hey, love get tested. You hear me?
Yeah.
Like, let me tell you something. Everybody's love get tested when you locked in like that. When you used to your other half going off and you going off and now y'all locked in, it's a little different. The energy's a little different. And you have to really be serious about it.
When people ask me now, they be like, how y'all doing? I be like, Stan is alive. Listen, that means, listen, he alive. So, yes, we have been tested as well. But this is an opportunity for you all to send us relationship questions. You can ask us about our relationship, and I will spill the tea. You know I will. I'll tell you. Or you can ask us something about your relationship, and we don't reveal identity ever.
Yeah, ask about yours, though,
Yeah, but you can ask about ours. I'll tell you. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
My wife's ex-husband recently passed away from a sudden, unexpected stroke. They had been divorced for over 10 years. He was remarried, and so was she. This is his wife. This is a man, I think. We all got along very well prior to his untimely passing. The ex-husband's mom requested that my wife sit in the front row with their immediate family because they all still view her as part of their family. I felt a way about it, but I kept my feelings to myself to keep the peace during such a sad time. Why does my wife have to be in the front row with the family and the current wife of her deceased ex-husband? But again, I didn't say anything. My wife acted normal throughout the entire funeral, a few tears here and there. But at the grave site for his burial, my wife went off. Wait, what? I was a little bit embarrassed. She stretched out and laid on the cold ground beside his casket. I tried pulling her up, and she shunned me. She told me that I would never understand. She explained that she lost her very first true love. I stayed at the gravesite with her for as long as I could, but I eventually had to leave. I couldn't take it anymore. She got home a few hours after me, and whenever I would bring it up, she would tell me that she doesn't want to discuss it and to not bring it up anymore because he's dead now, and whatever I feel about how she grieves over him is irrelevant. I still feel away, and things in my house have been awkward ever since. Am I being petty? Am I being insecure? Why should I care over a dead man? But I really do still feel a way about how she acted at the gravesite.
Ooh, man, okay. Well, this is tricky.
This is tricky.
So let me just say this. I'm kind of feeling him 100%.
You are?
Yes. So the problem is not the dead man. The problem is the reaction to the dead man. See, this young man was the love of your life, was the love of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm supposed to be the love of your life now. We married.
We are.
And so I don't need to hear none of that BS about what you and him had going on and all this falling out and carrying on, 'cause I'm still alive. And so I'm going to need you to get your ass focused. Like, you need to focus on what's in front of you. This dude
We at the
dead.
grave site,
I don't
though.
care what site. Let me just explain it. 'Cause so let's be clear on this. This dude is a love of your life. I get it. Right? Y'all having kids? Probably not.
He didn't
And so at the end of the day, you probably don't. And so he was the love of your life, right? You were supposed to say, thanks, but no thanks. I can't sit on that front line. That's disrespectful to my husband. And so I'm sorry. So it's a no.
Really?
I can't do it. I can't come up there because that's my ex. Please be clear. Ex means get the hell on. Ex is back in the day type. It ain't today. And so ex means it was a situation. So we not there today. So yes, he passed away and I'm grieving and I feel away. But you're not supposed to be passed out on the floor and all this other country foolishness. Like, you get your ass up. Why are you on the floor? And this. So was y'all still having sex?
Probably
Because that's the next
not.
thing
Maybe
you get ready
she's
to
still.
start figuring out. Like, if you passed out to that degree and I'm still here, I'm trying to understand what is the hell going on. You don't have no children, and you'll get your ass up off the floor, and this is dumb. Why are you trying to sit up there with his folks? You not his folks no more.
Because
He got folks. They there.
But
Move your ass to the back. Yeah.
okay, but you do know that sometimes, like for example, we're never breaking up. But if we did, I'm still gonna be your mother's daughter-in-law, no matter what.
But
and
if I had remarried,
mm-hmm.
prior to me passing,
Mm-hmm.
then you can't be on the front with my new
Oh,
wife.
I'm sitting up at the front.
No,
Mm-mm.
Ma, she can't do that. And so at the end of the day, it's a hell to the no. It's disrespectful to my wife that I just was married to prior to passing, because you owe that to her to be on the front. It's not a shared venture. Like, you're not supposed to sit by her, with her, and all that. No, you grieve to the rear, because it's cool. You still have the same feelings, but just be back there. You know what I'm saying? You still could pass out in the back. Don't be right here. Be back there.
Okay. But again, that's separate from when they're out at the gravesite. And so I think people go through something more traumatic when you're at the gravesite and you see them about to put her first love, or whatever she called her first husband, in the ground. He's gone. She's stretched out, and she must have went through something. And I don't think that he should be having insecure feelings about it. I mean, he is dead now. So once they over that, you can just go back home and get back to your life.
But why is that insecure on his part when it's kind of her slighting him? She's not even considering his feelings. She's not considering his position. You my wife. Like, we're not just cool kicking it.
Yeah, I don't agree with her sitting on the front row with the family and the current wife. But, if she stretched out there at the gravesite, I mean, you never know what people go through. And I just think that if the person's dead, you just got to give her a pass.
I mean, I'm not saying,
because it ain't like she's going to jump in there and get him.
She should not grieve.
Right.
But she should not have more grief than the wife that he just left.
That's
like, sit that ass down. Like, she has the position, not you. So you playing a whole nother role. Like, you was the one that he left, and you with me. So that's goofy. So
does anybody else have a comment on this? Anybody have
a get us a mic, Alyssa. We got Alyssa from E&E Head Studios. Oh my God, I'm gonna brace myself. Give her the mic. Maybe give her. Mic.
I'm just I'm on the fence a little bit.
Girl, be honest too. What you got?
Okay, I don't agree with you saying.
Okay, what you got?
Because for one, you can never tell someone how they can grieve or what they should do when they're in a certain space. Even though that was her ex-husband, you don't know what they had. The connection could have been stronger than, we was young, but they still probably had a connection or a bond through the years. So if my ex-husband go, I'm going to be on the front row. And I'm not saying I'm going to be crying and falling out on the ground, but I don't know how that's going to hit me when I'm actually in that moment.
Okay.
I don't know.
But so what let me ask you this. What if your husband, so we married, right? And you saying, well, look, Stan, I'm going to be on the front row because they invited me to the front row. And I said, well, baby, I don't think that's wise. Like, I don't think you should be on the front row. Like, I'm with you and all of that whole thing. You go and do your thing, but I don't think you need to be with his family because you're not family now. Like, that's okay. Sit in the back. Why you have to be on the front row?
But because you're not married, it doesn't end. It doesn't
end.
Hell
no, it does. Oh, hell no. Oh, it ends. The moment you married me, that's ended. It ended. Oh, it's going to have to end. It's going to have to end. Oh, we're going to be on the ID channel. Let me just tell you something, lady. It ended. The moment you married me, it's over. Like, you and him can be cool at a distance. Like, a distance.
Lord, he said the ID channel.
Oh, yeah, ID it is. I promise you we on it.
Hi.
But I respect your opinion.
Hey, Terry. I'm going to have to agree with Stan.
Okay.
Here, the situation is she doesn't belong on the front row. She doesn't belong in the obituary. The only person that belongs in the obituary are the children, if they exist.
And the current wife.
That is correct. Mm-hmm. She's supposed to be there because, yes, they had a relationship, but she doesn't get, again, we all grieve differently, but she doesn't get to perform and act that way with a current spouse there and sit on the front row. I think stuff should be done in decency and order, and that is completely not,
out of order.
Not okay.
I think it's a slight to the man, right?
Correct.
So I'm saying it's okay to grieve. I understand that. And you can have a situation that makes you grieve with someone that you loved in the past because you could have a really good situation even to that day with them. But it should not warrant you being on the front row and passed out. If you react more than the wife that he just left, then something's a situation.
I gotta admit, and this is double-sided, and we do have to wrap it up because we're a little over, but I'm double-sided because I'm thinking about it from a different perspective. I'm thinking about it from if I'm the current wife and I'm sitting up there on the front row and Stan is in the casket. Lord, I don't mean that to really happen, but that, you know what I mean? And then I see his ex acting a fool. First of all, no, she can't sit up here with me.
Yeah,
that's a hell to the no.
She gonna sit right
no,
next
ma'am,
to you.
You're not sitting here with me. Now
because baby, we still had a good relationship.
I don't give two.
And me and her, we was really cool.
I don't care. She can't sit up here with me. And if I see her ass stretched out at the gravesite, I'ma step on her.
Well, wait, time out.
I'ma kick her.
Flag on the play. So what I'm trying to
I'm
understand.
serious. I'm dead ass.
I'm serious, but that's the problem. Like
you know I'm serious. I'm gonna be like, what the hell? Get up. This my husband that's dead. What the hell you sit down there stretched out for and you got a husband?
I'm alive.
Okay, let's move.
Yeah.
Let's
move. Keep it moving.
Let's go. Okay.
You get too far into it.
Okay, we got to go to a quick commercial break. Y'all, if you have a relationship question, info@spotlightoverthecity.com.
So the bottom line,
I done got all into it like it was real.
You got to honor your mate. Like, you can't put your mate in a trick bag under no circumstances. So whenever you feel that it's a slight to them, you have to cover them. It's called covering your mate. So you say, no disrespect, but I can't sit up here because I have a husband. And I'm cool on it. I mean, we was good, but we gonna be good from the back. Y'all, you let her, the little, who you left, he left. She gonna sit up there with y'all. And that's the end of it.
That's the end.
Yeah,
okay. All right, well, moving on. We do have to go to a quick commercial break. So we have our first guest. We've got Clarence James in the building, y'all. Cannot wait.
Say you want revenge, that shit that happened to Ray, I know where the motherfucking niggas lay at. The old school nigga that was at 1.3, yeah, Roy, you put you on the head of the bride. And after that, I even got more work for you, with it to tell you. You say you wanna make these motherfuckers recognize?
Give me the time and the place and it's done.
Yeah. Welcome to my humble estate.
I'ma kill these niggas myself.
She already got her underdog. Damn good.
Don't make me call up on you. At the end of the day, I don't want that community thing.
Hey, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Think I'll call you up here for some bullshit?
I mean, we used to hearing this shit, we can't ball, man.
Can't let this nigga go. Gotta lay him out.
Find that goddamn.
Fuck y'all niggas, y'all know what it is. I don't even give fuck, niggas know I live. Know one thing about this nigga right here. Look, I always got some big shots to give. Got guns, I'ma aim for your summer up. Got a knife, I'ma stick it in your juggler. I don't catch you, I'ma fuck your brother up. I'ma keep it G, I don't wanna fuck your mother up. Unless the bitch get suspicion there, we gon' cover up. Fuck one homicide, nigga, we can double up. Nigga, I can run him up. Buy a whole lot of boat water, fuck the city up. Ben had paper, Ben had my kitty up. Try to keep up with me, you better get it up. So my man house with the pity up. Until your mother family.
Shit, it ain't over.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Spotlight Over the City, man. And when I tell you we got us a +1 in the building, so art is close to my heart. I'm an art lover. That's the first thing. Talent, I love. This young man is super talented. So wifey came home from this art exhibit.
Yep.
And she sent me the pictures
While I
from
was there.
the art exhibit while she was still there.
Yep.
And when I tell you I was so impressed with this young man's artwork, I could not even believe what I was looking at. So I had to get him on the show. We had to get him on the show. So, man,
y'all want to, you know what?
Hey,
y'all want to welcome to the show one
it.
of the most amazingly talented artists who paints some bomb stuff, Clarence James.
In the building. Let's
Yeah.
Hey,
All right.
man.
Thank you very much. I'm very humbled. That was a great intro, and I appreciate that you appreciate my work.
I
Yes,
definitely
yes,
appreciate
indeed.
your work. You are super talented. Ain't no capping on it or nothing like that. Like, you really are talented. So, first of all, from Stafford, Connecticut.
Yeah, so I was born there, but I only lived there. We moved to North Carolina before I was a year old.
Oh, okay.
So I grew up in North Carolina.
Raleigh,
yeah.
Okay.
Southern charm.
And so HU in the building too, though.
Manners, all
Yeah.
that. Yeah, and then I went
HU
to
in the
Howard.
building.
Yeah, I went to Howard University. I graduated in 2014.
Did you go to Howard for art?
No.
Really?
Yeah, I went to. It's hot. Can I take a drink?
Yeah.
So I went to Howard. I graduated in 2014. I went there for business school. I had a scarf on too. It's nice and warm in here. There's no wind.
Yeah, we good.
All right, yeah. So I went there for business marketing, and basically, like, college is one of those times, you know, when you're trying to find yourself and make a decision about what you're gonna do with your life. And I kind of had a moment halfway through where I was like, I'm not seeing myself climbing this corporate ladder. My vision of what I'm trying to get done or what I'm realizing I should be doing, or like, you know, like, life is a journey of trying to find some purpose. Like, you guys are up here, you know, living, you know, sharing your talent. And that's kind of the point of life, right? Like, there's something unique about you that you need to share. So when I'm in college, I'm like, the unique part about me is not me working for a company, these information sessions and the ideas that they're selling to us. The unfortunate part about, maybe all colleges are like this, but especially HBCUs, I've noticed the business programs, it's a job training. It's not so much, it's not like when you go to Stanford and they're over here telling you that you can start the next Google and things like that, right? So I was picking up on that tone too, where they just kind of trying to have us lined up, getting into the corporate world, be happy with whatever salaries we can achieve, and that's the lives we're gonna live. So that vision broke down, and I was like, this isn't working. I actually took some time off. I took a semester off. I got all my money back from all my tuition.
Yeah.
I felt rich. I was like 21. Yeah. So I mean, it was amazing. Had a pocket full. And yeah, but when I went back to school, I tried to switch to like some graphic design or something like that, but I had to finish with the marketing degree. But that moment kind of just led me to, when I finished school, I just started painting because I realized I had got to a point, I'm a very social person, outgoing, right? So just through me being at school and the network I had built, I was like, I kind of picked up on people just think what they think of me. I don't really come in and tell anyone to think. So they're thinking I'm unique. They're thinking I'm, you know, different. You know, but not even, they don't see anything yet. There's no like talent for them to even judge really. They're kind of just judging my energy, conversation with me, and just who I am to them on that campus.
But wait, let's back up a minute because you went right into painting, right?
Yeah.
So what I want to know is how did you? Because if I go right into painting right now and I show you one of my paintings,
It's a mess.
it's gonna be wild. So what I'm saying is, how did you grasp the talent to just go right into painting? It's something because most people say art, and it's something that's be in you. Like you have to have because a lot of people call themselves starving artists. So I think that came originally from when people were doing art and they were traveling with the art and they were trying to project their art. What gave you the talent to say I'm just gonna start doing art? Could you draw? Could you how did that develop?
Right. Okay. So yeah, you're right. It's there's something unique about me, and I've been just doodling on my notebooks. Like class was always me. If you look at any notebook I ever had through my whole life, there's a lot of drawing. There's a lot of sketching going on. So I already liked to draw. One of my sisters, she used to draw a lot, and I admired that too. So
you had a natural gift for drawing. You didn't go to school.
Nah, no school for drawing. And even the way I make artwork, if we end up showing
Let's look at some of it.
Yeah, let's pull up some of his art real quick.
So we can see what we're talking about.
A little bit.
Mighty Mouse, you got some stuff that we can look at.
We'll elaborate after we pull something up.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, the website's down right now. Pay
Go
somebody
to Instagram.
Working on it.
Okay, let's
go to Instagram. You see, when you pay these people, support black business though, but.
Support black business.
So at the end of the day, we'll get back to that. But what I'm saying
get back to that. No, I know what you mean. So it's basically like, think about it like this. I'm a sports fan. I love sports. So if you know like Shaquille O'Neal, very famous person. Hopefully everyone knows who that is, right? You don't ask him to shoot threes. He's tall and giant. Put him in the paint so he can dunk and lead us to a championship, right?
Exactly.
So there's certain things that I do well. The way I use color, I'm expressive. The ideas in my head that I'm expressing with the abstract language, right? So it's not about, we have cameras. We can take a beautiful picture. It's going to look exactly like this. And somebody has a talent where they will paint exactly like this, right? But the way it kind of translates for me, there's a lot of, I've just been sensitive to life. And once I realized, it's kind of like what you were saying, right? And you didn't want to elaborate on it. But like when you're able to approach a situation in the way you feel about the current situation and you're like, it's an agenda, y'all. And you're clear about that, right? That's your perception of the same information everyone's dealing with, right? So the same way I'm dealing with the information presented to me, which I just like life. You go to school, you're supposed to go to college, get a job.
Here we go.
Okay, so now we put some illustration to what I'm
Yes,
saying.
there we go. Look at some of his artwork.
So the moment I saw your art, right, the first thing, like first of all, it's layers to it.
Right.
Like a whole ass of them, right? So I noticed them right away because I'm in the art. Then I saw a Basquiat field. How many of you guys know who Basquiat is? Serious business, right? So we have Basquiat on our wall. So we love art. So when I saw your painting, of course, bam. I've never seen anything close to that kind of style of painting. So did you have a Basquiat mentor type of situation growing up to get you influenced by your artwork? Or is this something that you felt and it came out?
It's more felt. I don't really know who Basquiat is until I'm like 18, 19. I don't really look in depth into who that person is. And I don't even, it comes across my vision because through fashion, basically. That brand Supreme, right? And now it's something that kind of is stuck in its age group in terms of like, as you get older, you kind of just stop. You're not really wearing that anymore or anything. But they did a collaboration with Basquiat's estate. And so they put a lot of his imagery right where I was paying attention. I was really into fashion at the moment, expressing myself in that kind of way. And so when I realized, and then I look in depth, and I start watching the documentaries and things like that, and I realized, like, we're all have the potential to do what we want, right? Like, this is just a human being that started expressing. So that was kind of the root of it. I had put myself into a little bit of a depression and a anxiety because, and what I learned is you have to express. When you suppress feelings, like the example y'all was going over earlier, hilarious example, like part of the solution, I agree with what the lady was saying, you have to let people grieve, but you also have to control those situations as best as you can. There's an aspect of it where, like I said, somebody shouldn't even be there. Like, somebody shouldn't even be attending this situation, right? Somebody should, like, if she laid out like that, there's depth to what that action means. So it's kind of just like uncovering those things. I don't know. I'm going off on a tangent.
Yeah. So
but,
wait.
Yeah.
But I feel you though. So because we don't have a lot of time, I have to get back.
Yeah, that's what I realized. I started thinking about the time, and then I kind of forgot what I was going to say about that.
Because when you watch the art, like we saw the art come up, it's not every day that you see it, right? It's not every day that you see artists that can create that type of art, right?
Okay.
And so that's what I say. Without training, you just jumped out there, and that's some of the paintings that you were coming up with from the start.
Right.
So that's why people thought that you were eclectic and that you were kind of genius-minded and that kind of thing, because it's just hard to imagine being able to just scribble that down and make that come to life on art. That's not easy to do. Right?
I have to jump in.
That's part of it,
I have to jump in because we got to get to two questions, main questions, because we do have to wrap it up, you all. Two questions that came in from some of our viewers.
Nice.
People want to know how do they buy your paintings? What do they need to do to get a hold of what they just saw on the screen if they want to buy it?
Send me a message on Instagram.
Okay.
It's the #1 way. I also work with a gallery called DTR Modern, which there's a location in Georgetown. So if you wanted to go see artwork, you could definitely go there and see it. You could send me a message.
Artwork in Georgetown.
Yes, you could come to. It's called DTR Modern is the name of the gallery. You could come. You could send me a message. You could come to my studio. There's a lot of art in there too.
Where's the studio?
So the studio is downtown Washington D.C. It's technically downtown. So if you know D.C., you know North Capitol and Florida Avenue. There's a street called O Street, and there's a building, and there's a bunch of studios in there.
Okay.
And you're in there, okay.
And I'm working in there, yeah. It's a very unique building. It's not a lot of that in D.C. This ain't New York, you know. It's a ton of that situation in New York.
Soho District, the whole.
And what is your Instagram? So you said people send you a message on Instagram. Tell people what your Instagram is before we let you go.
PVMT84. Damn, I wish we had more time. I wish I could remember my point about that funeral. It's so funny. I was gonna comment on the situation.
We get you back again. That's okay. We'll double you back.
It's okay if you don't.
But most importantly, I want to push your art while you're here because I really believe in what you're doing. I think that once people get to visualize your art, they'll believe in definitely what you're doing.
Yes.
So I just wanted to make sure you had a chance to come on here, show your artwork, let people know where they can find you and what you got going on next, because you are really amazing. So I see why the people was tying into you, and you was in it. See, when you, that's all you know to be.
That's a big
deal. So you don't
deal.
really realize why people tying into you, but they tying into you because you're super talented and you're doing something that they can't.
Yes.
That's why
I
people
appreciate
tying
that.
to people.
Yes.
So we thank you, brother, for coming
We
on.
do.
Y'all give it up
Thanks
for my man.
for inviting me.
So again, you know, like when you can get scheduled back on the show and bring some stuff in here, and we'll just, you know, have some stuff displayed up here.
And let them see it.
Okay, yeah, and we gotta do like cross, live, virtual,
all of that.
We can do that
live
as well.
together.
Yeah, we
some of
definitely
those
gonna do
situations.
that at any given
You're part of
time,
our
though.
Spotlight
Yeah,
family,
yeah.
so
we
thank you very much.
And I wish we could have had you already had a half finished joint, and then you come in here and rap it on the
We
live.
would've
But we're
needed
gonna
more
do all
time.
of that. We gotta wrap it up.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't have finished it in this amount of time.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey,
But anyway,
make sure you try my man's Hennessy. He got the best.
nah, we loving you. Make sure y'all get to that site and make sure y'all check my guy out, man.
PVMT84.
Yes,
Totally
indeed,
amazing.
y'all.
Hey,
Coming up after
you
this
can Google
next.
that or Clarence James.
Yes.
Clarence James.
Work hard
Make
for
sure
that.
you-
Work
make
hard
sure
for
you
that.
Google that.
Coming up after this next commercial break. Team Red.
Yeah, man. We'll be right back after this commercial break. Spotlight over the city, baby.
Yes.
My name is Mark Prince. I'm from Washington, D.C., but I live here now. I grew up on 2nd and T, and I grew up in Trenton Park. I went to McKinley Tech, and I went to Blue High School. I'm here talking about Red Grant for mayor. Red Grant should be mayor because he knows us. Red Grant is somebody that's from our city, somebody that knows the pulse of our city. I've known Red Grant for 30 years, and Red Grant has always been a man of his word. We don't need any more out-of-towners. We need Red Grant. He is from our city. He knows our city. He is truly passionate about our city and most of all about our children and you. He knows how to start those summer youth programs again. Our children need jobs. He knows how to fill the government offices with our parents. He knows how to get that murder rate down. He saw what it took in the 90s. He knows what to do. I can't vote because I live here, but I have a word for us. If we want better for our children and we want better for ourselves, then we know we need a mayor that knows how to do better for us. If you want better for your children, if you want better for yourself, you want to progress in life, vote for Red Grant for mayor. It's the smart vote.
And if we make history, they will never forget our name. Let's get our city back. Let's go, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you so much.
Hey, welcome back to Spotlight Over the City, man.
Yes,
And when I
indeedy.
tell you we got us a +1, not just a +1, man. This guy's
Not just any old +1.
This the guy right here, man. I really like this guy a lot. Way back, he was a comedian back in the day. Still is a comedian, but he's moved on to something bigger and better. The political arena. He's here to serve DC at his best. So, man, let's give it up one more time.
Y'all give it
the
up for the homie
Red
Jared, thank you, Stan, for having me on. I feel like I'm at home.
Yeah, we at home, man.
You know,
in the living room.
I feel like I'm in y'all living room.
Yes.
You know, I feel real comfortable.
That's
in here.
right.
we
You at home.
appreciate
You're
you,
part
man.
of our
Thanks for having
Spotlight family for sure.
Thanks for
Yes.
having me. Thanks
First
for
of all, it takes a lot of guts to get into politics.
It does.
So we appreciate that because you get ridiculed, you get judged. A lot of things go on in politics. So we appreciate you taking the stance, first of all.
You lose millions of dollars.
You can't move like you used to move. You can't do certain things.
Right.
So let's talk about it. What made you go from comedy to politics?
Yes.
Well, I think I'm an entertainer first and foremost, and I'm also a businessman. 10% of my life was comedy.
Wow.
And
Of your real life.
Of my real life was comedy. 90% was production. A lot of people don't know that I've been a businessman for the last 30 years, producing television and film for Viacom, for BET, MTV, Comedy Central, wrote for some of the biggest stars, had some of the biggest productions, over 20 shows produced for the Viacom network, and I've been running production for my whole life. So I've been a businessman more than I've been a comedian.
Wow.
So I've been working. Yeah, I've worked with millions of dollars in budgets. I've employed thousands of people. I just feel like our government is a business, and somebody needs to be ahead of that business. And I'm that type of person that can run a business, which is Washington, D.C., a corporation. And sometimes we put people in place that are not business, don't know how to run a business, and that's why we fail, because they don't understand how to allocate funds. They don't understand how to build morale, and that's one reason that they have to, take a look and a position with me when I come to the table. I'm a threat to the situation.
But wait though. But so let me double back a little bit, because you just told the audience something that, of course, I didn't know. I don't know if they knew. That's important. That's an important piece, because a lot of people would question, how do you transition from comedy to politics? Well, it's not really a transition for you, because you were already doing business, not just being a comedian.
Yes.
So a lot of people don't know that about Red Grant. They don't know that you were actually a business run. Like, it takes a lot to run a business. And so you're right. When you're dealing with people, when you're dealing with politics, it is business. It's a business. And when you're dealing with governing the city, you're definitely governing the business.
Well,
so,
a lot of people don't understand. I'm not a comedian. I started out my life, even though I write jokes, and I'm one of the best in the world at writing jokes, and one of the best in the world at performing. But DC bred me to be a performer. DC bred me to be one of the most cultural individuals in the world. I think DC has the best culture in the world. I think that we're super smart, super intuitive, and we're able to deal with people on levels that others can't deal with people. So I go around this whole world and this whole country and take DC with me and put it on my back. So when they say from Washington, D.C. on what I had 9 specials, over 15, did 15 shows with Comic View, and you take these situations and you put them all together, and you build Red Grant to who he really is, and you take a look at me, I'm deeper than a joke.
Way deeper. Way deeper. So we appreciate that, though. Let's give it up for that.
Yes, way deeper.
So we appreciate that, and that's what's going to bring you the legitimate candidacy that you are. Like, that's what makes you not just a comedian, but a businessman, a politician, and someone who understands the people.
Yes.
Because you had to learn how to deal with people to do business.
Purpose over popularity.
Purpose over popularity is what I live by.
Yes. Talk about
it. So how'd you come up with that?
Well, a lot of people know I've been famous since I was 19. I got on Def Comedy Jam when I was 19.
So wait, you go back to the you the old school era. You go back before the Kevin Hart days.
Oh yeah, way before that.
So they the youngins for you.
But they my age, but they still the youngins.
That's what I'm talking about. You like the Godfather to some of these cats that's coming in and making their mark now.
Dave Chappelle was 15 when he started telling jokes in D.C. I was 19, and we were some of the youngest people to get involved with telling jokes. When Russell Simmons found me at Mr. Henry's, and my man Bob Sumner, who actually found me and took me to Russell Simmons, because I lied. I kind of lied and told him I was a comedian, and he saw me at UDC. I was going to school at UDC, and I asked the president of students to put me on the Def Comedy Jam show, and he put me on. I wasn't ready, but Bob Sumner saw me. He was like, man, if you get better, I'm going to put you on Def Comedy Jam. So, you know, sometimes you got to make moves, and then I started working for the Department of Recreation, coaching kids and coaching them in basketball, football, swimming. Worked at Ridge Road Recreation Center, worked at East Capitol Recreation Center. And I started making more money telling jokes than I was at East Capitol. So I kind of quit my job and moved to New York.
And started doing comedy full time.
Full time. And it's the best job I ever had in my life when it comes to, you know, something that, because when you grow up in Southeast Washington, you get an understanding that you gotta get people up off you. You know, so I think DC people learn real quickly to get people up off of them. And I think we're the best Jonas in the world.
For sure.
We definitely
you gotta have tough skin if you live in the DMV.
You know, you definitely got to have tough skin. I think that took me very far in my career. And I think longevity is the key. Yeah. Being in a 30-year career, you know, showing people that, you know, if you have longevity, you can show people that these things are not just happenstance. You actually have to work toward these things. So I worked real hard to have a beautiful career and a production company, one of the biggest in the world. Did my first film in '99 in D.C. Called Family Reunion, brought it back home, and, you know, made a lot of money for my investors and continue to make money for people.
I love it. I love it. So
I'm learning. So a lot of things that you're displaying here on the show, I didn't know.
Even know.
Like
every day you got to learn something.
I got a whole newfound respect for what you do because you show a whole different side of you. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of us didn't know that business side, not that depth of business. Like to have that much longevity in the entertainment field says a lot for you in general. When it comes to running a city, I'm the best candidate right now. You know, it's a lot of legislators that's trying to run this city, that's making laws, but you got to know how to run a business, you know, and that's why our city, we got an $18.3 billion budget, and it's not being allocated east of the river. It's not being allocated to areas that it should be allocated.
Talk about it.
We just sit it in the bank and let it do what it do, but we got real people, real problems out here in this city. We got homeless problems. We got public safety problems. We got affordable housing problems, and these things. And we got our youth running around without no programs.
That's right.
You know, and who's going to care about our youth and give them programs? When we was growing up, we had programs.
Yes,
we had a rec centers.
Go to the rec.
Yeah,
we
go to the boys club. We go everywhere. We even had some events where they take us, you know, to Camp Brown, where we leave the city. Yeah. And give us an opportunity to be young men and women to see other things. You can't allow our kids to stay on the same block their whole life and think they're not going to learn. Think they're going to learn something. We got to give them culture outside of that, and we have to come in and give them programs.
Yes, we do.
And so for the naysayer that comes in and say, so, okay, Mr. Grant, I hear you talking.
Right.
So what makes you think you have the solutions where no one else was able to fill these shoes? What makes you think you have the solution for Washington, D.C.?
Well, I come from the city. First and foremost, born in D.C. General. You know.
No, that's right.
You really come from D.C.
Yeah, with a Redskin blanket on my back. I was born on the same day Dallas and Redskins played each other. And my father didn't even take my mother to the hospital until the game was over. Die-hard Redskin fan. Shout out to all the Washington football. We don't even know what I hope we be the Red Wolves or the Red Hogs, but I don't know what they're gonna make us. But moving uptown to Tyler House and Surgeon Quarter, moving back to the southeast Minnesota Avenue, going to Dunbar High School, going to Sousa Junior High School. a lot of people understand that I'm connected with the people. You know,
and
I
always have been though. You
Yeah.
never strayed away. You made a bag of money and got rich and all that. We'll talk about that later. But you never strayed away, right? Because I remember we was up at where was we? We was up at the Moxie.
Oh, the Moxie
And here
Hotel.
you were.
Red Grant.
I
was
said,
in
there
the
go
building.
Ray. He was in
Yeah.
the building with some other people.
I
and
think
y'all-
he was singing that night too.
I always be singing.
Yeah.
And that was the first time. See, I didn't know that, right? So we saw you there. But what we do know is you in touch with the people. Like you really touch the people on a regular basis, and we appreciate that part.
You got to listen. You know,
Yeah.
people forgot to listen. Like, I'm not a politician. Everybody know that I'm a humanitarian. You know, my human.
Big difference.
It's a big difference. You know, a lot of people, politicians, it's a hard job, but you can learn how to be a politician. Humanitarian is a hard job, but you can't learn how to be a humanitarian. You gotta. It has to
just
be.
you.
You have to. You have to be comfortable when I sit and talk. When you go to communities and you sit and talk to people, you can't be like, oh, okay, yeah. You know, listening is a real key to life, to being a great leader. You know, and I think leadership starts at the top. You know, it's like the crown chakra. You know, it starts at the top and it trickles down.
That's right.
And if you don't have a leader that's going to really be able to be in touch with the people, the city is going to continue to fall short of where we need to be.
That's right.
You know, so I mean, it's a serious situation right now where we only have certain periods of time to make history.
And so that's a fact. And so
That
I
is
had
a
two situations that I wanted to address. One, we have a lot of children that's being murdered in the streets of Washington, D.C., not just D.C., Maryland, Virginia,
Yeah.
Texas, wherever. But in particular, we have a 10 by 10 square mile city. And we have a lot of homicide going on between the youngsters. Do you have any direction that you could take us to say this is where we need to go to try to start putting some stop to this murders in the streets?
Well, we have to first. All right, so they give funds to certain non-violent programs, right? Stop the Violence. I got a Stop the Violent program. They don't give me any money. You know, Don't Shoot Guns, Shoot Cameras is the #1 program coming out of the city where we teach kids filmmaking from beginning to end. You know, it's been showcased on Good Morning America, showcased on CBS Evening News, showcased on CNN, but yet we don't get any money from the government at all. So they only give about 5 different organizations money. It's over 50 to 60 organizations Stop the Violent, non-violent programs in the city that don't get money. If you put all those programs together and start funding these programs that actually they go into these communities and they actually deal with these kids directly, you know, and you need people who are going to deal with the kids directly that they respect, you know. If we don't start doing that, we're gonna have our kids lost. If you don't put programs in their community, they're gonna be lost. If you don't have after school programs, they're gonna be lost. And you got to connect the Department of Parks, and Recreation with the school system. You got to start connecting some of these organizations that we have in our government into each other that makes sense, and let them work together. And until we do that, we're gonna have our kids running around. And then, you know, we gotta step up as men and women too.
I believe that.
We got to become fathers and mothers to our kids, and we can't be afraid.
Say that.
You know, we can't be afraid of our kids in our community.
That's
you know?
a fact, Ray. That's a great point you just made. We definitely can't be afraid of our kids in the community. And that's what's starting to happen now. Like, it seems like even the parents are getting afraid of their own children, not just in the community, to where they're scared to govern their own children.
I talk to the young men, right? They actually want to work. They actually don't want to be out here killing each other.
So they want to work.
Yeah,
Hopelessness. A lot of hopelessness, a lot of missed opportunity or no opportunity. And so idle time.
It's like with affordable housing, right? Like, we put up buildings all around the city, right? Which is great. We got to make our city look great. But why we don't put that money into people who are about to lose their homes? You know, generational wealth. We've been, you know, my mom's had a house, her mom's had a house. We pass these houses down, generational wealth. You see somebody struggling in these homes to pay their bills or their rent or their mortgage, and you let them pile up taxes on top of taxes instead of coming in as a government. We can do it. We should help them. We should have developers and force developers to do this, and we got to force banks to check the developers who are just out here sometimes just running rampant. And
so you can put me in charge of that.
I would love to. I would love to.
And so the reason I say that, because I'm really in the real estate, but more importantly, the people. And so what I'm saying is regentrification is real in every city, and that's the motive for the people who coming into these cities and not giving them the opportunities to catch up with the mortgages and this and that, because they want to take the houses and re-gentrify. So that's an issue in itself.
But gentrification been happening since the 60s.
Yeah, they didn't step it up to the point now where it's so identifiable in every city, though. You can kind of see it.
It's very identifiable. And I hate that we losing the culture of our city, because this city is one of the most cultural cities in America.
Yeah.
And,
Most definitely. We got our own music.
Yeah,
we got our own
facts.
swag. We got our own situation.
Clothing, we got our own clothing.
everything.
We got everything is us.
Yeah.
And our own talk. Our own verbiage.
The whole nine.
You know, you can be the most articulate person in the world, and you from DC. You see somebody from DC, you gonna go, "Young Slim, stop playing with me."
Yeah.
You gonna actually break that. Yeah,
it's going down. Yeah.
So I think we have a great opportunity to become to make history right now, and we got to have new leadership in office right now, and we got to have it immediately.
And that's a fact.
So what's the main thing that you would like to walk away from this platform today with the people of DC knowing about you or about your plans before we wrap it up for the city?
I think I'm looking at this guy. Okay.
I want to talk to the people.
Well, I think you guys have to understand that leadership does start from the top, and we have to have great leadership. The last 10 years have been the most crime that's been in our city ever. And last year we had over 200 something murders. 10 years ago we had 80 something murders. This is something that we have to get control of, and it starts from the top. We have to have morale in our city again. We got to bring that spirit back. That's why my platform starts with love, care, and respect first and foremost. When people ask me about my platform, I tell them straight up: love, care, and respect. Once we start there, then we can deal with our public safety issues. We can deal with our affordable housing issues. We can deal with our homeless problems and our youth and our seniors. But we have to start love, caring, and respecting one another right now. We have to look each other in the eye, and we have to be real about it. And we have to have people who understand the problems and align themselves with the solution. And I know that I'm that type of person, to understand the problems and align myself with the solution. So I tell people out there, go to grandformairedc.com, learn who I am, just learn what I do and what my platform is about. Yes. And it's the most, it's the best platform that you're gonna see. You'll understand how outlined it is for our city to grow to the next level and make history.
I love what you're doing, Red. I love what you bring into this platform. I'm just really impressed because I learned a lot about you that I didn't even know. I thought I knew some things, but I learned some things that show me that you will be a great person to govern.
Thanks.
Next up. So I'm looking forward to this. This is going to be interesting.
How much more time do we have before the election for DC?
All right, so November 8th is the election for Washington, D.C. mayor. Okay. I'm running I've been a Democrat my whole life. Most people have. But I changed my party to independent to run for mayor because I think D.C. should have a nonpartisan mayor. I think that we have to, we tried all the Democrats, the Republicans, we tried all of the parties. Yeah. Now we need to go nonpartisan and be right there in the middle and understand each other and just put that politics aside and become one with one another.
I love it. I love that.
Too.
So I'm encouraging more people to vote independent, be independent. And even if you are a Democrat, just think more independent.
And what I would say to add to that is don't think just party lines, think agendas.
I think so.
Think about what's going to happen when you vote for that person, not just if they are Democrat or Republican, because a lot of false agendas being pushed through a party. Mm-hmm. So you have to be aware because we got some goofballs right now just running. Cold-blooded goofball. Tricked the hell out y'all, didn't he? Tricked the hell out you. So please don't let that happen no more, man. Do your homework. I told you it was goofy. I told y'all. Goofy as hell. So nobody listened to me, though. I don't know why I said it. But I appreciate you, man, so much for your candidness, your honesty, and just your heart for the community. I can feel that you have a heart for the community.
Appreciate you.
Most people that are already winning don't sign up for politics. That's just not normal because it's a fight. It's a lot of things that go the other way. So we thank you. We do.
And anytime you know your family, and we got until November. So anytime
I'm gonna come back. I'm coming back.
Whatever we can do.
Come back and rock with
us.
Yes. You got the floor, man. So
I appreciate it.
You guys give it up one more time for the homie.
Rick.
Appreciate you.
Yes.
I All right, next up.
Next up, we're going to be closing with an amazing DMV artist, but we do have to take a pause and shout out our sponsor, Axum, and give them a cool word. So you want to go ahead and just talk about Axum real quick? And,
I know I play a lot. You know, you guys, I like to cut up, I like to entertain and have a good time. We know that. But also, I get serious sometimes on something called the cool word. I'm on about my God business. So I just want you to know that if you want to know about, you know, who you are and what's going on for real, not just religious. I'm not doing that. I'm spiritual. So if you want to know, go to the cool word. Just go to Facebook and go to the cool word. And so I put this segment in here because it's a good segment, something that I'm, you know, it's near and dear to my heart.
Sponsored by Axum.
So it's sponsored by Axum. One of my favorites, black-owned watch company. Black-owned, you know we do everything black-owned over here. So Axum is not just making watches, he's making great watches, and he's also making watches that's timeless. So these watches,
nice.
I mean, this is just one. I have 4 or 5 of them myself, but he makes a ton of them. So great company. Axum, the word Axum, if you look it up, it's a lot to that as well. It's intentional. So let's go. Axum, the brand, was created to bring great fashion products to the market without having their customers break the bank. So it's affordable. At Axum, they hold time in high regard. Time is something you cannot get back. So once it's gone, it's free yet priceless, and our time on earth is limited. Please know. Shop black-owned luxury watches and more online. www.axumstore.com. Promo code SOTC for 22% off.
That's our Spotlight family code, y'all. You can go and get 22% off of these nice Axum watches. I have 2 of them myself. I love them. They have men and women's watches, and they're amazing. So go to axumstore.com, and our promo code is SOTC, Spotlight Over the City, SOTC, and you all will get 22% off, and that's indefinitely. So go get you a watch.
They also have gear. They have merch, but they also have watch boxes, watch cases, or whatever you want to call them. Really, 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 really nice, high quality. Everything's really done up, high end. So they're sponsored. This segment is sponsored by them. The cool word. Anything you put your mind on the most is what grows. Stay laser focused and be persistent, and your dreams will soon become a reality. Mind your time.
Yes, that's right. Coming up after this next quick commercial break, we got Lil Mauuu
in the building. We'll be right back. Spotlight over the city, baby.
Spotlight over the city.
You ready to rock, y'all? To the beat, y'all. Keep going, run, you don't stop. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city.
Welcome to Spotlight Over the City, and I'm here with the one and only, the big homie of all big homies, Mr. James Prince himself. What's going on, big homie?
Oh, yeah. What's up, DC?
I put the spotlight on your city.
The moral voice of the movie. I'm playing an old school cat that's in a wheelchair.
You got to get them first, so that's how that's going to work.
Yeah.
You got warrants in D.C.? I got warrants all over the place. I got warrants in 6 countries.
I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby.
I'm a money number, high follow. In the E-class with the goggles, 96 models.
No, we can't say it. I can't say it.
The one and only Guy Lambert is in the building tonight.
I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby. Keep modeling, baby. ATLD. I put the
Saying your spotlight over the city is on to something bigger than y'all think.
I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar. Hollywood to Hollywood. Girl, you look good. Yeah, they hollering, baby.
What happened to that boy? What happened to that boy? He was clapping, so I put a clapping to that boy.
Oh, yeah. I put the spotlight on your city. I put the spotlight on your city. See the superstar.
Y'all backstage with the one and only Mr. Trey Chaney. Give it up one.
And when you in the DMV, you rocking with Spotlight Over the City.
I put the spotlight on your city.
Spotlight over the city.
I'm Terry Williams, the founder of Shea Butter Like Whoa, a natural body care company based in Maryland. We specialize in body butters, scrubs, oils that are awesome for the entire family. What makes us different, you might ask? We use only plant-based ingredients in our products. We've been curating our products for over 10 plus years, put a lot of love into our products, and the process is what separates from others. We make products for your entire family to enjoy. We love what we do. We put that in every product that we make. And we want you to try us out today. You can reach us and you can look at what we have to offer on our website at SheaButterLikeWhoa.com. You can also follow us on any of our social media outlets as well. We look forward to you visiting us, and we look forward to your future business. Visit us today at SheaButterLikeWhoa.com.
Oh, welcome back to Spotlight Over the City. They playing games with me, man. They done this. Justin, that's what it is. Welcome back to Spotlight Over the City, and y'all already know I got me a +1. But guess what? He's the closer. You know, every week we bring y'all some live entertainment, y'all. We bring the lit entertainment every single week. And so it's nothing short of amazing this week. We got the homie Lil Mauuu in the building. What's up, Holmes?
What's up, what's up, what's up? Thank you for the opportunity.
Hey, let them know what your name is, let them know where you're from, and let them know what you got going on, Brody.
So the rap name Lil Mauuu from PG County, Maryland. You can follow me on all social media at LILMA and 3 U's.
Hey, you got some hella them shoes though. I'm still looking at them. Y'all see the swag? Hey, he look like he gonna kill it. So y'all already know he gonna kill it, right? Y'all know he come to kill it. Y'all ready for this live performance? Hey, without further ado, y'all give it up for the homie Lil Mauuu in the building.
Mom's got bombs.
Spilling this shit so elite. I got that chrome. I got that chrome on me. 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 Yeah, that Molly and Turner free. Valentine on my feet. I'm spilling this shit so elite. I'm spilling. I got that chrome on me. She said I ride like a G. Yeah, I got that shit out the streets. I'm stacking, make 15 a week. I'm shopping, I put a Celine. Skirt off in that fashion. I'm riding around my bad bitch. We stacking and get it, we stashing. We rocking the latest high fashion. Yeah, all of my shades they fancy. Yeah, but take it a lens, I'm dandy. Every G scamming and jamming. Yeah, been dripping so hard they fanning. Yeah, she fuck with me 'cause my bands up. Her friend like damn, he handsome. I owe the nigga for ransom. Don't play with my money, I'm damaging. Yeah, I got that chrome on me. 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 Yeah, that Molly and Turner free. Valentine on my feet. I'm spilling this shit so elite. I got that chrome on me. I got that chrome on me. I got that chrome on me, on me. I got that chrome on me. I got that chrome on me. Yeah, that Molly and Turner free. Valentine on my feet. I'm spilling this shit so elite. I got that chrome on me. Stacking my nigga, my chat up. Yeah, I step on your block and I wet it up. Young fly nigga, I ain't letting up. My diamonds, they bring so precise. My number one ride like a bike. My little bitch bad, shout out Mike. Smoking on Zaza, I'm high as a kite. Me and Lil Urhahn, our stripes. 42 bros, you know what we on. My brother put that shit on, John Lance hoodie, yeah, don't play with that boy, he a beast. John Elliott, out of LA with them skeezers, Christian Dior for my heathens. I'm popping these first of my demons, I'm ballin' so hard for no reason, yeah. I got that chrome on me, 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 yeah. That Molly and Turner free, Valentine on my feet, I'm spilling this shit so elite. I got that chrome on me. Appreciate y'all.
Y'all give it up for Lil Mauuu in the building. Put them hands together. Hey, one thing I can tell you is this. I love it when you super fly and then you match it with the lips. Hey, it's one thing to come up here and give it to give, but it's another thing to come up here and G up with the lyrics, you hear me? Hey, you G'd up, homie. We appreciate you so much for rocking with Spotlight over the city. Let them know your new projects, whatever you got coming out. You got a new single. Where you going to be performing? Let them have it.
Yeah, so I got a single called 100 Mil Freestyle on the way, and that's dropping at the end of the month. And I also have another single called Teach You Life that's coming a month after. And I'm not going to speak too much else, but I have 2 other projects I'm working on for this year, so it's a great music year ahead.
Yeah. Where they can follow you? Where they going to follow you at?
So Instagram, again, it's LILMAUUU, so it's Lil Mauuu, 3 U's. My Twitter is LILMAUU. And any other platform is all LILMAUUU. So subscribe to my YouTube. It's more content. Everything is on the way.
Hey, I signed up for the drip alone. Y'all give it up one more time for Lil Mauuu on the bill. Hey, we got to get ready to wrap it up, you guys. We had a great show. Give it up for yourselves one time for being a part of this live audience. We got to get ready to wrap it up, you guys, but I want to say this, man. Make sure you follow us on YouTube. All our YouTube subscribers, everybody that's new, locked in with us, we love you guys. We appreciate you rocking with us on YouTube, Spotlight Over the City, Facebook, Spotlight Over the City, IG. All of that is Spotlight Over the City. Twitter, wherever you can find us, it's going to be Spotlight Over the City, baby. So I want to say this before I wrap it up. Never be too fly or too cool to pray. You hear me? Love hard, live good, God first. Spotlight Over the City, baby. Yeah.